Oh boy. Well, we're back. So let me just start off saying I recorded that first episode. Um, I recorded that roughly, I think around August. I think I even said it in that video around August. And that was before the game low-key was murdered. I mean the company went under. They had the final update, push out, all that stuff. I've been enlightened. There's actually a very decent mod scene, and it's actually now really flourishing and growing, since now there will no longer be any more updates. So even though a game may stop its development, doesn't mean it's going to stop its development. Excuse me while I get my headset in. Yeah, so I'm also going to be sipping a beer, so you'll hear a little bit of that in the background. I apologize. But yes, I apologize. I initially planned to do this. However, I work a crazy day job where I don't have a lot of availability. And then my home time isn't really spent doing stuff by myself like this. So I try to do batch recordings when I can. But I'm not always that good at that either. I'm also on the spot adjusting my volume for my mic. It's fine. It's gonna be bad. I'm sorry for the first 1 minute of me peeking. Peek. I don't have my pop filter either, so I'm using a sock. Fun fact, it does the same thing. Plosives. I feel like they didn't peak during that. That's nice. Alright. In we go. I started the US campaign after that, and I recorded that first episodes, and then I lost them. Well, I can't say I lost them. My audio from my microphone wasn't working. So there was no audio, which it would have been fine. It just wouldn't have been as entertaining. So anyway, welcome to a new start for United States in 1892. It's a non-historical, so we're going to have some wild, freaky alternate histories, i.e. Russia now owns Oman, which is fun. There's, conflicts, whatever. My fleet for this one was a little more haphazard. I built 6 battleships and like 20 destroyers. Torpedo boats. They were not destroyers yet. These are all probably still mostly wooden hulled. I can't say that, but I'm gonna say that. Yeah. So. Oh god, I can't wait to get out of this era. I love playing the early era because you can have some really funky stuff happen, world-wise. And this is a very interesting point in history. So this is a point in time that I've been doing a lot of research about our history for I'm making a tabletop system for the Dreadnought era. And by this Dreadnought era, I'm gonna try to include the rules in a way that you could adapt it forward and backwards. So you could go to the, you can start in the Edwardian era if you wanted, or like the Nelson era, right? Like the Nelsonian era with naval ships, like square masts and rigging and all that stuff, and then have it so you can also, the mainstay is supposed to be you play it in the Dreadnought era, like I'd say around the 20s, 20s, 30s. Really 15s to 20s is probably when I prefer to have it run, but Anyway, how are we doing politically? On power scale, we're at the fucking bottom. I didn't build a lot of ships, so it's going to be that way for a while. But my goal is to bank money and improve everything else. I mean, historically, I'd be getting toward war with Spain soon. But that's not guaranteed to happen. And I'm honestly not going to coax it into happening. I should. Because realistically, I could clobber them and then get the Mediterranean holdings. I could get the Philippines if I wanted. A bunch of their small fucking islands out here in, like, North Oceania, like Saipan, and, like, the fucking Guam, right? Yeah, they have Guam right there, yeah. Sorry, the Northern Marianas, but Saipan is the fucking island. It's the island, right? It's not the port? Maybe it is called the port Saipan. I don't know. I mean, port, sand slipway. Like, realistically, with a lot of these really tiny places, like, you can't host big ships there. It is small things. France is doing some grabby stuff here in Africa, but nothing really crazy, all things considered. I'm building more port space. I will improve my shipyards. My Navy training is going to be very low because we already have a big crew pool, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. I mean, it is going to shrink at 10%. It's going to suffer, but I don't see a point building a big Navy. When I can... Well, these turn out in 6 months. Maybe I should make more. Fuck it. I'll make 15 boats. And I have plenty of ship capacity. It's going to cost me some money, but... Oh, that's actually not what I want to do. I should have done that. I wasn't even fucking thinking. Anyway. So, this is gonna... Actually, for real, I'm going to attempt to do this series. Right, I was building stuff for Denmark, because I'm a great friend. We're going to suspend, like, half of these. Just so I can balance my budget a little bit. You know what? Who the fuck am I kidding? Fuck it. Real Navy time. Real Navy time, where are the suspended boats? Real Navies say, fuck it, we're going to risk going negative over stupid projects. So that's what we're going to do. And as for where they're going to be made, I'm going to wait a couple months to figure that out. So, yeah, my goal is always to get to, like, Krupp as fast as humanly fuckingly possible in this game. I have a friend of mine in real life that has asked me some fun questions about this game. And I told him I like this game because as far as strategy games go, I love ones like this where I don't actually have full control of everything. Wow, look at all these conflicts. Greece, currently trying to gain control of northern Greece that is occupied by the Ottomans. Swahililand and Transvaal are fighting. Egypt and the Ottomans. Fun stuff. Ottomans are falling apart. That's every fucking game, though. Oh, look, see, no, we're fine. Our economy's good. See? We're fine. I have a good economy. I'm the U.S. It's growing. Politically. I mean, economically. Look at that. We have a growth of 10% for GDP. Fuck yeah, dude. Man, America's great. I just played a game as... Fuck it, for hard. You want to play a hard game. Play fucking Austria or Spain. Spain, I've never gone past my war with the U.S. in terms without losing my me myself as the Admiral being replaced. But Austria is also difficult because you have a very, very limited range in terms of like what you can field. Now you can cut some easy corners with that. You don't need to have any global reach. At least not early. Not until you start picking up other stuff, but... Yeah, no. We're just gonna spend some turns. Oh, because I finished that. I'm gonna keep gaining money. I'm gonna be honest. I should just up my research. Because in terms of game, that's where the money is. And we're not gonna worry about it. I'm not going to worry about any potential conflicts. I'll check my politics every once in a while. Colin, these are the events I was talking about. You'll get these like little articles that pop up, and they give me like several options to do to how to affect, a certain circumstance. Because once again, I'm the Admiral of a Navy. I am not, the President. I am not, X, Y, or Z. So, large industrialists propose a redistribution of the government's budget in favor of the industrial sector at the expense of the Army and the Navy budgets. What the fuck? No. Fuck off. Iron Eyes are not my concern, but, you know, for certain the Navy's budget should stay as it is. I mean, these... So, I could be very wrong. I don't know a lot of the undercode of this game or anything like that. But I honestly wonder if this would act... Like, it'd be cool if picking options like this, like, actually affect our army's training in the long run in the game. And I set our army backwards. So, like, I could have high army logistics in terms of, like, our Navy can reach anywhere. We can field troops anywhere. But they suck dick. They are awful. They are not trained. Like, that would be a fun, you know... There's some mods that are going to really... I know the mod community is going to make this game fucking huge and well more fleshed out. I already know that. I've seen some videos and some people doing stuff, and that have really, like, some mods have really showed some improvement. But, like, some of them are just, like... Like I said, I still want to keep the sense of the game of... I am just the Admiral for X power, right? I don't want to be in charge of the army. I don't want to be in charge of my country. I don't want to be in charge of negotiations. I don't want to be in charge... Like, me, with the limited power of negotiations I have, where it's like 1 month I can spend basically sending a letter to the Admiral for another nation, that makes sense to me. That is fun. I think that kind of stuff is entertaining, because it's limiting power. I like limiting my control. I love RNG. Sorry, let's actually pick an option here. I mean, to be honest, I kind of want to say fuck my naval budget, because GDP is way more valuable long run. And either I can get a little more GDP, or I can get a little naval budget. I'm going to be honest, if you increase your GDP enough, your country gets enough money, your naval budget's also going up. So, we're going with that. Yeah, look, Emily, like, we lost $200,000. Shucks. Oh, our tax income is booming. No kidding. The Prime Minister, you mean the President? Anyway. Actually, depending on where to allocate the... Well, I guess for us it wouldn't be the Prime Minister. I mean, it wouldn't even be the President, actually. It'd probably be... well, no, it probably would be the President in the circumstance, but it could also just be, like, Congress. But no, I think it'd probably be the President. I don't know. Because historically at this time, like, the Prime Minister of, like, for instance, the Prime Minister of, like, certain countries didn't have any power, wasn't actually doing anything, or wasn't even in a position yet. Like, there was, like, a head of house, I think, or was it the head of house, the head of commons in Britain at this point? But, like, they didn't actually have any real power compared to, like, you know, I think the crown still held most of the power. Well, 1892? Yeah. Yeah, no, because yeah, no, because, yeah. Anyway. Well, we can... Now, this is weird. So we kind of cheeked it around. So we took the 1.5 hit, but gained 0.3 in GDP. And so now we could just revert it. So, like, we gained 0.3 in the GDP, right? But, like, we got the naval budget back. And a bunch of funds. Or, really, we can double down on GDP. And I'm going to be very honest with you. I'm doubling way the fuck down on GDP. Ooh, our naval funds took a huge hit. Damn, I forgot to look at that part, but it's fine. It's fine. Don't even worry about that. Because now if you go here, we're going to go look to our finances. Look at that. It didn't change. Oh, yeah. Maybe it changed in here. Maybe it takes a month. I don't know. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that. Hindsight, right? Whatever. I wish I could see what Admiral I am currently for the United States. When you hover other places, you can see their Admiral, which is kind of fun. But you can't see you. I might lose my job with that. That was a poor decision. You're too high. We'll be bankrupt. Ignore and continue? Yeah. The country will ban me out. Usually the first time they bail you out for free. Oh, look at that. Forced to increase naval budget. Look at that. See? That's... There we go. Look at it. A bunch of money. You don't want to do that. That's a bad sign. This early in the game, you're really struggling. That's usually means Spain in the first, like, 5 months of the game. Argentina is gone. Transvaal still has Wahili land. Damn. Chile beat Argentina. Now Chile isn't just long, they're wide. Wide Chile. What the fuck is Chile doing? Bizarre. Brazil, what the fuck are you doing? They're going after Venezuela. My god, the South America is falling apart. Realistically, if we were to build like 1,500 tons, makes this negative 5 million. Yeah. How many months? How many months was that? So if we did that, it would be 10 months. It costs us. No, we're not gonna do that. 13,000 is respectable for the time. I need to get to the point where America's industry starts steamrolling, and then we can start doing crazy shit, but we're going to have to wait. And realistically, I'd love it if we had the option to go after some, South American territory. Because, let's be honest, this shit's getting crazy and wild. Alright. Well. Oh, Greece might win. I might actually get out of... 56. Never mind. I said 96. I was like, oh shit. Greece is actually gonna fuck over the Ottomans. Good for them. Good for them. Oh, look. Hungary, look at them. Glacia, yeah. Yeah. Oh, that part too. I should show you, Colin. That part, it shows like where fleet sizes and stuff, they affect relations with other countries and fleet presence in certain waters. Brazil conquered Venezuela. The losses for Brazil were actually higher than Venezuela, though. So let it be known, Venezuela's kicked ass. They've lost their homeland, but strongly seek option to reemerge. Yeah, I don't blame you, Venezuela. Ottomans are really fucking around. You know, one of them just said that, if I read that right. Yeah, Palestine. The Ottomans have lost 145, and same thing with the Palestinians. It has been a 1-for-1 ratio in this conflict. Wild. That is crazy. I don't know if I've ever seen a 1-for-1 in this game before. Yeah, the early part I kind of just do a lot of end turn through. It's kind of boring. I know. Spain and I are fine. By fine, I mean they don't like me. China's starting to not like me, which is interesting. We haven't hit the certain point in history with the Boxer Rebellion, I don't think. That's like 2 more years away. Once that starts to get really, really iffy, sketchy. I think right now, I think they're actually 2 years away from this, their war with Japan, the Sino War or whatever. So I don't know. Man. None of my business. I'm just over here being America. Which is to say, existing. Honestly, I would welcome a war with China. Because I would love to take Taiwan. Which is Formosa at this point. But I would love to take it. I'd take that. I'll go take Hong Kong. Imagine an American Hong Kong. That'd be crazy. Alright. We're gonna up transports, because the faster we get that up, the more money we make. And then we're going to up this. That's fine. Yeah, so every turn, too, this tension thing goes up. It shows you how relations are with each body of water, basically. So me and Britain are doing fine in East North America, which is this ocean right here. And then do I have anything else? Caribbean. I'm fine with... Basically, negative numbers is you're losing relation with these people. But I am actually gaining relation, looks like, with everybody. Including Spain, which is kind of funny. I don't necessarily want to with Spain. For some reason, China doesn't like me, and I can't tell how and why. Norway and Russia sign a special alliance. People of Scotland take up arms to gain control of Scotland. And Ottomans retake Egypt. Britain, what the fuck's going on? Top dog, are you okay? Your people are very distrustful. And their navy is disrespected. What the fuck's going on in Britain? Scotland, at base, is only a 54% chance to succeed, though. That is without Britain putting any navy there to help prevent Scotland from rising up. That is actually insane, though. Fucking balls. Wild. What do I want? Oh yeah, I forgot to say, dude. I do have Haiti, by the way. I got that a little while ago. I was doing better in my last one, I think. To be very honest. I forgot to... Woo! They're all over the place. That's fine. That's fine. Little reaction boats aren't going to hurt. A little pain in the ass, because... Yeah, a little pain in the ass for me, because I can't make big squadrons easily, but it's fine. That might actually hurt me politically with Spain. I might get a little upset. Alright, well, we're just gonna keep ending turn until something interesting happens. There we go, that's what I wanted. Oh, Austria is provoking me directly. That's interesting. It's very interesting. They actually have 7 battleships. They'd actually be pretty tough to fight, to be honest. I don't know if I'd want to fight them. And I'm going to take off armor forging for now. And instead, we'll get a new battleship hull type. Because please, God, I just want to get out of the hulls that I have to use currently. And we'll make heavy cruisers in the meantime. Maybe not. We just focus on battleship hulls. Tension, yep. Okay, no, Spain wants to provoke a war, they can fucking provoke a war. Fucking come get it. Listen. Provoke them directly. Fuck you. Fuck you, Spain. I have a bunch of shit boats. And you know what, Spain? Just because I fucking hate you? Do I have rangefinders? Fuck, I don't even know if I have rangefinders yet. I should have thought that through. Oh, I can now at least make a battleship that is now a Monopoly battleship instead of... I mean, that one's not terrible. But this thing, this fucking coastal thing, man. Blech. Put a big turret there, and we have another one there, and it's unstoppable. It's like, no. Please, God. And these fucking things. Asymmetrical bullshit. I do want to make, I think, a few of these. But I can make them bigger soon, so maybe not yet. I could do this, then just to fucking sink all torpedo boats. You know what? Actually, maybe I will. And you know what? How fast can it go? 18 knots? 17.4 is fine. I'll reduce its bulkheads. Well, maybe not. 100 tons of weight isn't that bad. Can get induced boilers, triple expansion engines. Because nickel steel, though, look out. We got, and we have Citadel. So we got like armored understructure. We have sections of armor in specific places. You better look out. You can't just hit our engine with a lucky shot. Oh, alright. Sorry, I'm just laughing at this fucking boat. It's like a light, it's like a fucking light cruiser. Oh, God. It's like a giant light cruiser. These fucking 3 masts. The officers sit in that little tiny area right there, and they have to look through the giant fucking mast pole. By that I mean they send runners out onto these wings to fucking spot. That's a job. Your job is to run on here, you're shouting to somebody else who then goes in there and conveys things. Like, there's so much wild. Nautical history is fucking crazy in the point in time. Like, you have, like... Oh, man, God. I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into that much anyway. I might try and do something cheeky. Bless me. Alright. Yeah, like, that's pretty cheeky. And then if I can do what I want to do... Oh, hell yeah. Alright. Oh, man. They're in trouble. Can I get a barbette? Oh, fuck yeah. Alright. Hang on. Yeah, this thing's gonna eat light boats for breakfast. Oh, man. Alright. Center line. Now, I don't know what else I can really put on here that'll fit on the front. I'd love to put like a 10-inch single, but it's not going to fit on that. It's not going to fit on that barbette anyway. But am I able to do 8s? Dual 8s? I mean, oh, it's kind of ugly. Oh, it's so ugly because it doesn't mesh right, but it's fine. We got 4 in the front. We got a... Just don't look. Just don't look at that. We're overweight by a lot, so I won't do that, but I could take the one off in the back, but I don't even think, oh, that does bring it down. My 4-weight is very heavy, though. But honestly, kinda don't really care. If I have them in the front arc, I can have technically 4 barrels of 8-inch hitting shit. And like I said, this is more of like to deal with lighter boats. Not really dealing with our capital vessels. That's at least my intention. But I guess at that point, I'll just make them 6s. And singles at that. Because what I can do, you know, let's do this. Where's the front mast? I wonder if I can do this. I can. Oh, fuck yeah. Alright. So. Hee. Can't fuck with me. Oop. Alright. And then we can go main guns, center line, and just a dual 10-inch gun. Yeah, it fucking fits. It's not too heavy. It has full arc band. We're going to forget that those fucking pieces of things exist because that wouldn't be able to turn, but technically at that level the barrels wouldn't be able to fire anyway, so yeah, this ain't bad actually. This actually has a lot of potential. 4-weight isn't that off either. They moved the engine back. But now we have a piece of engine that's sitting exposed in the rear. And these guns are entirely out of Citadel in the back. These two right here. So, like, we're really risking magazine detonations. Ugh. Gross. If I do that, does it shift it back? No, it doesn't shift it back. Of course it doesn't. There we go. Doing that, I'll help with that, but we really shifted the weight back even more. And that's now in the Citadel. And these are not. So in theory, if these cook off, all of these could cook off. Because they're all basically sharing similar stockpiles, and realistically all their bulkheads are probably attached, or their hallways, or dumps. But you know what they say, you risk it for that biscuit, right? So why is it not allowing it to shoot that way? What's in the way over here? I don't know, that's probably a bug. Oh yeah, yeah. And just because we're American, we're going to put a turret on top of a turret. The detonations, they'll cook off. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Say it to the commission. Sorry. Sorry, the commission doesn't hear you over the fact that some guy in a looking at a blueprint, looking at a piece of paper, decided that looks really cool. That sounds like it'll work. Could make these 4s. I should probably get like lighter guns, at least in the casemates. Because if torpedo boats actually dive rush this thing, like yes, these fire 2 rounds a minute, but and I have 4 shots technically in like the front arc with them, they can still definitely close. 11 rounds, 7 rounds. I'll do 3-inch guns. Well, we'll do 2s. I don't like to because these can hold bigger casemates. But we're going to do that. Also lighter. Going gun cotton, white powder. Yep, we have things. Could do enhanced reloading. Why the fuck not? Alright, and we're going to get barbettes. Decide armoring the section underneath the turret is really smart. Yeah. We'll make that 1.5 in our deck armor. Okay. That 2-inch gun, entirely unarmored. It is just, you sit up there, man. That facade of metal in front of you, that's like stopping like rifle rounds. That's all that's gonna do. Like you know, 30mm grenade will hit that and burst through. Like you do not want to be in this turret. I love the image. It shows little cases lined up next to it for the shells, so you can. I don't know. That's a fun little detail. That's fun. All right. Let it have a little bit more range. 9-inch range. 9 kilometer. 9-inch range. Yeah. You know what? 5 inches is just how I'm feeling. You know. Fuck it. I want this thing to come across bigger ships and just firing this many 5-inch shells, just strip things. Oh, I don't have any fucking... Oh, that sucks. I still don't have rangefinders. Well, I wasted all your time on this episode. Noah's going to find out. I can't actually do these anyway. Noah's going to make his ship without any range finding. And then he's going to armor it. We're going to watch him armor it. That's the max I can do. The technology in the ship hull at the time. We'll get the deck up to 2 inches. Conning tower is going to be 7. Oop, too much. Can I increase the top armor for the 5-inch guns? I can. I can give them... I gave that turret a little bit of armor. It has 0.2 inches. What is this called? This is going to be called Mistake. Not Charleston. Well... no, I'm just kidding. Because that's what it was. It was a mistake. We'll make like 4 of them. I'll have a small squadron of them. Alright. Alright, well, this is going to be it for this episode then, so I'll catch all of you next time.